Good evening, friends. How is everyone doing? Can I get a hi, a hello, a troop number, a greeting of any kind in the comments once you can hear me? We've had some tech issues in the past, so I'm going to make sure we are up and rolling before I get into our event tonight, which I am super excited for. I see some comments in our chat down here. Hello, everyone. Oh, I think a couple people can hear me. That's a good sign. All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jess. I'm with Girl Scouts of Western PA, and I am so excited to come hang out with you tonight. So I hope you will, come on and join us with some of the supplies that we have listed here, or if you just want to watch and try it later, you certainly can do that as well. This will be saved on our Facebook Live. I have a cool recipe we're going to make tonight. We are going to look over some really neat books that my local librarian picked out for us to check out. We are going to talk a little bit about some other cultures and some neat things that I'd really just like you to be aware of and learn a little bit about right now. So again, my name is Jess. I'm with Girl Scouts of Western PA, and I'm super excited to bring you our May Mystery Facebook Live. So for those of you who might want to take a minute and go scrounge through your kitchen, you are going to want to see if you have some plain yogurt. You are going to want to see if maybe you have some honey or sugar. You don't need too much, don't worry. The list is in our live, our information on the live, but I'm also going to run through it here real quick. Some orange juice or mango juice or pineapple juice or anything like that you might have in the house. Again, just a little bit. And I'm going to zhuzh it up a little bit with some orange zest. So if you happen to be a foodie like me and have a zester and an orange laying around, or even a lemon, you can do that as well. So I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to kind of check out their kitchens if they would like. And I also want to ask in the chat, just to give everybody an icebreaker kind of question, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about trying new things? And it's okay if new things aren't really your thing, okay? We all have to work up to it to some point. Some people are just go-getters and they're always up for trying something new. Other people have to work their way into it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, just tell me, how up for something new are you? And that could be in cooking, that could be in adventuring. I know many of our viewers here tonight are Girl Scouts, so we are all about getting out there and adventuring in different ways. But if we have any other viewers tonight who are not Girl Scouts, it still applies for you too. How adventurous are you? How much do you like to try new things? Let us know in the comments. And we're going to try out something pretty low key tonight, so hopefully that will give everybody a chance to try something new. Oh, I'm seeing a 7. I'm seeing a way more than 10. Super excited. I'm not even a 10. I'm still working on some of my adventuring skills and such. But when it comes to food, I am definitely a 10 plus. I'm seeing the whole range of numbers here in our chats, and that makes me so excited because it's okay wherever you are when it comes to cooking, when it comes to learning about new things, when it comes to, just all the things around us in our world. Everybody is at a different place, and we just all come together and we support each other as we can, no matter what level everybody's at. So I think maybe I've given everybody a chance to go rummage through their kitchen. I'll go through that list one more time, just in case you're still looking. You will need some yogurt. If you've got some juice, some sugar or honey. You're also going to need maybe a measuring spoon or just a regular spoon, a bowl, a whisk maybe, or a mason jar with a lid. I know I forgot to mention those a few minutes ago, so if you need an extra minute, that's okay too. Yes, thank you so much. My awesome helpers are leaving us some comments in the chat. Shout out to Christine and Stephanie who got me, Samantha who got me started on my tech here tonight. So big shout out to my GSWPA team who helped me get rolling here tonight. Christine will be dropping different links in the comments, just resources that you might have, ways to come up with different alternatives to our recipe in case you don't have something at home. So feel free to shout out questions or comments, and either one of us will get back to you just as soon as we can. So I'm going to start showing you what I've got. So I measured out my yogurt ahead of time. I've got about a cup of yogurt, This recipe, which I will tell you about in just a moment, is very flexible. All right, so I'm just going to show you my ingredients that I've got started, and then I'll tell you a little bit about it. I've got an orange for my zest and my zester. We'll talk about that too. I've got a measuring spoon for my honey, which I forgot, but I will get back to that. I've got some orange juice. I've got a mason jar with a lid, because this is my favorite way to do this, but you can also do this with a bowl and a whisk. So is there anyone out there tonight who has any idea what we might be making? I see some comments here. Let's see if anybody has any suggestions or guesses. So far, nothing yet, but I'm going to give you a minute before I talk about it because I want to see if anyone has had this before or have heard of it. So far, I have juice, I have honey, I have orange zest. I have a guess of a smoothie in the comments. Does anybody else think maybe that's what we're making tonight? Another guess for smoothie? No idea. Orange Julius. I love that someone knows what that is. I grew up with Orange Julius. That's not it tonight, but I can see where you got that idea. Absolutely. All right, well, you are on the right track, everyone. Tonight we are making what's called lassi, and it's been known in some spaces as the ancient smoothie, and it comes from India. And so I wanted to be able to give us a little spin on something that maybe something everybody knows. A smoothie, most all of us have had a smoothie. It's usually made with pureed fruits, sometimes juices, sometimes even vegetables. Lassi is similar to that, but it's always based in yogurt, or even sometimes a type of buttermilk. But most of us more often have yogurt in our refrigerator, and then some sort of fruit or even fruit juice. Some lassis are even made with savory things like cumin, lime, chilies. And when you mix all those things together, the yogurt really cools it off and makes it a really interesting, fun drink. So if you like the sweet version that we're making tonight, I hope you will go on out and check out some more recipes and try all the different variations that you can make on lassi. I have somebody in the comments who recognizes it. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, also from Pakistan. Thank you for sharing that. When I was doing my research for this, there are many different origin stories for it, and there are many, many different recipes. And I love how many different histories and how many different variations there are. So I'm so excited to have you share that in the comments with us. In just a moment here, I'm going to try my best to show you a map of all of the different areas and things that we're going to be talking about a little bit tonight, but I will get to that a little bit later. But there's a whole pocket of our world that comes with culinary adventures and smoothies and foods and everything. And we don't exactly know where they all came from. So there's some different variations that pop up all over the place. So I appreciate you sharing that with us. I'm always happy to learn more about food and about cultures and everything. So if you have your things in front of you, let's get started on making our lassi. So I'm going to start with my mason jar. All right. Some of you will notice if you happen to have a mason jar, there are markings on the side for your measurements. That's how I'm going to measure my orange juice tonight. But again, this is a really flexible recipe, so you can put in what you have. So I'm going to put, and this is all to taste. So if you taste a little bit and you don't quite like it, you want a little bit more of something else, you can tweak it. All right, so I'm going to go to my 4-ounce mark there. You'll see in a minute why I like the mason jar so much for this. All right, my orange juice is out of the way. Now I have my cup of yogurt. And I'm just making a small batch. I know some of you out there probably would want to just make a small batch to try it first, but you can make this in a much larger batch, of course. All right, I'm going to pour my yogurt in. And it's okay if you have Greek yogurt too. It's a lot thicker. You may want to add a little bit more liquid to it. All right, so my yogurt is all in. At this point, you could add in other herbs and spices. Some people, and with or without fruit as well. I'm sorry, I'm so excited about this. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But you could add different fruits. If you have a blender, you could blend up fresh fruits. I know that not everybody has a blender who's watching tonight, so I wanted to make a real, simple version for you. But you can put mango, banana, you could put mint, you could put cardamom, cinnamon, turmeric. Some of these are spices that you may not have in your cupboard, but it'd be a great opportunity to maybe try something new. Check out the spice aisle in your grocery store with mom or dad and see about a new flavor that you might find you really, really like. And so many of those spices can be used in tons of different cuisines and recipes. So you wouldn't be buying it just for this. So give you an opportunity to, again, try new things. Now I'm going to add some zest to mine because I always think it's fun. If you've never seen one before, that's a zester. That's an orange. So I'm just going to put some fun zest in here. See if I can get it in the mason jar as opposed to on all the edges, which I do sometimes. All right, and if you've never seen what a zester does, it pulls off all that yummy, yummy oils and pulp from the orange. And then you can put those in as well. So if you are chiming in, where'd my lid go? There it is. If you are chiming in and joining us, or if you're just watching, would you put a flavor in the comments that you might be interested in trying in a lassi? Or if you've had a lassi before and have a favorite flavor combination and would like to share it in the comments, we'd love to hear it. This is my favorite part. Yes, zest is optional. I happen to have an orange, so I thought I would put it in there. It adds a different little bit of orange flavor to it. But you could also use lemons or limes, or you don't have to use it at all. All right. And once you get to a consistency about partway between milk and juice or a milkshake, you're probably right on track there, and you can adjust it to suit you. So this is, well, I said this was my favorite part, was the shaking. It's my second favorite part because now we get to try it. All right, so if you made one, if you joined us with this and you made it and you would like to tell us in the comments, you can tell us what flavor you made or what ones you like, what ones you would like to try. I'm just gonna check our comments here real quick. Mango is listed in the comments. I cannot wait to get some mangoes this summer and try some, or even some mango juice. I haven't won one. Oh, thank you so much, Deborah, the honey, you're right. So let me tell you a funny story. I forgot my honey today. So I will show you what would happen if you had the honey to put it in. So I have my tablespoon here, and or you could just squirt some in and put it in. But some people with fruit or fruit juice or fruit puree, you may not even need it. I forgot mine, so I'm going to go ahead and drink mine without it. But thank you so much for reminding me, because I also wanted to give you a fun little tip about measuring out honey. So you can squirt it right from the jar. Again, this is not a specific measurement for a recipe. You can do it to taste and how you like. If you are going to measure it out, because maybe you want to do it the same way every time so it always tastes the same, or you have a specific reason for having, 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon, honey can get real sticky. It can get real hard to get off the spoon or clean off. So I've got 2 little tips for you that can help that a little bit. If you happen to have a metal measuring spoon like I do, and you run it under really, really, really hot water, not too hot that you burn yourself, but really warm to hot water before you put the honey in it, it will help the honey slide right off and into your drink. The other thing that you can do is if you have a little bit of vegetable oil or olive oil, you can go ahead and just rub a tiny little bit of that inside your spoon. And then when you drop it into your smoothie or any recipe, then you can go ahead and it comes off the spoon a lot easier. All right. So yes, some people use sugar. Absolutely. All right. And like we mentioned before, you can use sugar, you can use honey, all sorts of different sweeteners like, agave or anything like that. And you can try this out in really small batches to see which one you like best. Or you can just base it on whatever you have at home. So yes, you're right. Thank you so much for the heads up. I would have put in my honey before shaking it. And now you get to shake it or whisk it again if you were following me and didn't put your honey in. So feel free to take time to do that. You would try lemon zest. I think that would be great. There's all sorts of different combinations. When I was looking up recipes for this and different ways to do it, there are recipes with cardamom and mint, saffron, cinnamon, turmeric, ginger, vanilla, even rose water. I know not a lot of people perhaps have worked with rose water. I often put it in my baklava. So, just other different spices and herbs and flavorings that you could try out and then maybe try in other recipes as well, since you would have it in your house. The thing that I thought was really, really cool when I looked up recipes for this that I've never tried yet, but I am going to, some people put nuts in their lassies too. And if you've ever tried that, feel free to tell us about it in the comments. I would like to try mine with pistachio. I think that would be really fantastic, or maybe cashew. I know that cashews blend really well when you soak them. But if you've got a good sturdy blender and a little bit of soaked nuts, you could go ahead and blend that down and put it in as well. So just some other ideas of things to check out, to try, to put in your lassi. And I'm going to have another sip. Pardon me just for a moment. And what I really like is the tang that comes through from the yogurt, because it makes it so much different than the traditional smoothies that we think of that are often much more fruit and sweet forward. But lassis can also be super sweet and they can be savory. So I hope you will try new things. I hope you will try out some different recipes of these and maybe some other recipes that come with the spices or herbs that you pull together for your lassi. So I'm going to enjoy this while we chat for the rest of our evening tonight, and I hope you will too. You may be wondering why here we are 15, 20 minutes in, and I'm all done with the smoothie that we're going to make. Well, tonight is not just about making our lassi. It is about checking out some really amazing things from some amazing cultures. We are very lucky this month to be celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Month, Heritage Month, and I wanted to bring some really cool things to you tonight that can help you celebrate this holiday, teach you a little bit more about the holiday, and to just let you know that it's there and that we have all of these amazing, wonderful cultures here in our country and how we can learn more about them. So since lassi is from Pakistan and India and that corner of our world, this was my favorite choice for us to be able to share tonight with you, and that is simple enough that you could make it home. And I'm getting some love in the comments. I'm so happy. That makes me so happy. I couldn't miss our opportunity this month to share and keep learning myself. So I'm so excited to be here and share this with you. As you all know, you Girl Scouts know, when we do this, we make sure that we have a patch, all right, that you can earn. So we are going to walk through, we're going to discover some new things, we're going to connect in some new ways, and then hopefully you will go out and take action in a way that will help you learn more and help uplift your community, especially those who are Asian American and Pacific Islanders this month and the rest of the year as well. So our patch will be available in our shops, and it's trying new things. And I did not specifically find a holiday themed patch for this, but if there's one in the future, I will absolutely highlight it and put it out there. But I thought that trying new things would be a great way to tie in learning about new cultures, learning our lassi recipe, and some of the really cool books that I'm going to show you tonight that my local librarian put together for me. So I welcome you all to try new things tonight and forever, and see how that number 1 through 10 ranks for you, and see if you up that number a little bit about trying new things. Because even if we improve by 1 number, we're all doing awesome, right? Awesome. Oh, I got somebody that says theirs tastes amazing. Yay! I love it when a recipe works, because if you've cooked it all ever, you've probably had a recipe that didn't work sometimes. I even have that sometimes. I am thrilled that my lassi is great, even without my honey. Next time I might put it in. I might try something different. If you guys try something different and want to come back and share some recipes with us, then all of us will get the notifications on this post, so that'll be a lot of fun too. But just a reminder, this video will be up on our Facebook for you to come back and reference at any time. So let me just check our comments, make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, so far we were getting lots of good comments about our Lussies. Everybody says theirs taste good so far. Awesome. That's fantastic. That makes me feel so good. And if you did, for any reason, have kind of a blooper tonight in the kitchen, I'd be more than happy to help you, maybe tweak it or something for next time. Or sometimes it just takes trial and error. As you can tell with cooking, sometimes I did a little bit of that, even with putting the honey in late. So the next thing I'd like to do is show off a couple of books. You're going to have to bear with me for a moment because there's not room on my kitchen counter for the incredible pile of books that my librarian gave me. So I'm going to take a quick moment to travel with my computer. I hope I don't make it too shaky and make anybody topsy-turvy or anything. Okay, so just bear with me for a moment. I'm grabbing my lussie, and I am going to sit right here on my kitchen floor and join you all for the rest of our evening. You make do with what you got. And this evening I have my kitchen floor and I have this amazing, amazing pile of books. And then after the pile of books, I'm going to share with you some very cool resources that not only Girl Scouts shares, but resources that you can go out and use to learn more about, to share with your fellow Girl Scouts, or if you're not a Girl Scout, to check out and share with your friends. While we go out and make the world a better place and learn more about all of the cultures that make our country so amazing. So my books are in no order whatsoever. My librarian was so excited when I asked her. A big shout out to Emma tonight. Thank you, Emma. She often does something that's called a grab bag. So for my daughter and lots of kids, you give her a topic, say, find me some books, please, and she will come back with a bag of books and you don't know what you're getting. And it is so, so much fun. So this month I asked her, please, to put me together a stack of books appropriate to celebrate AAPI heritage and culture. And when I got to the library, you would not imagine the pile of books that she had sitting there. I couldn't even take them all. I think I have 24 in my stack tonight. I probably won't get to show them all to you. But I just want to tell you that means that your library probably has a huge resource like this as well. And your librarians would be so excited to be able to show you all of the different options, whether it's a book that celebrates the culture, whether it's a book that's written by an author from any of these countries and areas. There's so many different ways to learn more and to really listen into the voices that have helped grow our country and all of that. So I just want to shout out and read it all and share some of it with you. So what I'm going to do, this is it's a little different, but because I want to get through a whole bunch of books, and I haven't read them all, like I said, I'm going to hold them long enough that if you would like to screenshot the video, then you may. If you come back to the video later on, you can always pause and write down the author and the title. If there's a blurb on the back, I will go ahead and give you a little bit of the blurb. But I'm going to start out with 4 or 5 books right now, and then we'll hop to some other stuff. And then we'll go back to 4 or 5 more books, and we'll see how much time we have before the end of the night. Okay? Awesome. So if you're still with me, give me a hello in the comments. Once I hold up my first book, you can, all right, so I'm going to try and get this. We have Beyond the Great Mountains. Oh, I'm not in screen. It's a little backwards. Let me make sure that we've got that there. All right, and I'm just picking randomly out of my box here because there's so many of them. And then we have The Silk Road. All right. The 7 Golden Rings, A Tale of Music and Math. I know some of our STEM Girl Scouts would really get a kick out of that. All right, and I've got all different ages too. So if we've got older watchers, younger watchers, everything that I have here is from pretty much picture book age, pre-K and kindergarten, all the way up through young adult reading. So there's graphic novels and picture books and fiction and nonfiction, all sorts of different options, no matter what you would like to check out. And oh, and I've forgotten to read some of the authors. I'm going to try and catch that and do that as often as I can. Okay. Front Desk by Kelly Yang. All right. And I have, oh, this one's fun too. All right. Try and get it close enough. I apologize that it's not super clear. And I'm very excited and grateful to my friend Christine for helping us in the comments. I appreciate it. All right. There's the first start of some books. I'll go ahead and share a few things with you and get chatting and that sort of thing. All right. So I am going to try very hard right now to share my screen. Sometimes this works. Sometimes it does not. So as we're talking about AAPI History Month, you may be wondering what all countries that includes, what area of the world that is highlighting. And I have a map here that I would really like to show you. And I am going to copy and put the link in the comments in case my picture doesn't share. All right. So here is that map. All right. And I just went to Maps of the World. Great resource. Lots of different types of maps. Oh, the picture came up in the comments as a thumbnail. That's even better. So that's there. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this to go. Is it working? Is anybody seeing it? I apologize. I apologize. I couldn't get it to work this time, but the link is in the comments. So just to give you a bit of a rundown, when we talk about AAPI Heritage Month, there is such a huge and diverse area of our world that we are covering and highlighting. And it is it is our Asian countries, our Pacific Islander countries, all the way down to Australia, all the way over to Turkey and the Middle East. And as you can imagine, with that wide range of cultures and countries, there are so many amazing differences when it comes to cuisine and drinks, things like lassies and smoothies and all sorts of things that you can dive into and learn so much about. And so I apologize that I got somebody that said you could see my map. I'm glad that came up momentarily. I took it down because it didn't look like it was working on my end. I apologize. And sometimes there's a little bit of a lag. So, but the link is there in the comments. Please go ahead and check that out. All right. Okay, so I also had a little bit of history that I had read up about the lassi. And again, like we heard in our comments, that that when something like this comes from a different pocket, a pocket of the world, there are many different times that many different ways that this could pop up. I mean, yogurt became, popular and edible thousands of years ago. Somebody was bound to mix it with fruit and spices. So Pakistan, India, all of that, it's been known as the ancient smoothie. And it's said that perhaps the concept originated somewhere around 1000 BC. And that I cannot even imagine something that has been around so long, and yet we're still sharing recipes about it on the internet today, and I think that is spectacular. So I just wanted to share that such a long history of keeping people healthy and happy with something as simple as yogurt and fruit juice or fruit puree. So I just wanted to share that with you. I thought that was really cool. All right, so now I want a big shout out here right now to some of our fellow Girl Scout councils. I have 2 websites that I would like to share with you. One has some really great info on how to celebrate AAPI Heritage Month from our Girl Scouts in River Valleys. So shout out to them. Thank you so much. And I'm going to go ahead and share that here. It's in the comments. You may go check that out as you like. It tells a little bit about the history. It tells a little bit about why it is so important right now. Gives you a lot of great options of things to connect in this way. It talks more about different books or different shows or TV or movies that you can check out. So please, I hope you will go check out that resource, and a big thank you to Girl Scout River Valleys for putting such an amazing thing together on their website and sharing with all of us. I am now going to take a moment to show you some more books. How does that sound? I'm hoping you're all sitting on your couches or in your kitchen, hooting and hollering, saying, yeah, I want to learn about new books. If you're not, that's okay. I just get super excited about books. All right. So I'm going to start out. This one that I'm going to show is kind of neat because it's kind of the mix between a graphic novel and a regular novel. There's pages with illustrations and pages without. And this is Pie in the Sky. I'll read this one here. Oh, sorry. School is torture. Making friends is impossible since Yingwen doesn't speak English, and he's often stuck looking after his extremely annoying little brother. How many of you have a little brother or a little sibling that you might be able to relate to in this? All right. So it goes on to say that he distracts himself by daydreaming, planning on making all the cakes on the menu of Pie in the Sky. So this one has a little bit of a food reference, so I thought I would highlight this one since that's what we did tonight. Not pies. Maybe someday we'll make pies on Facebook Live, but that'd be longer than 45 minutes or an hour, that's for sure. All right, a couple more books to show. 10 Sons. Oh, some nonfiction here. Trying to get it lined up with my screen as best as possible. There's a lot of really great history here in the United States as to why we celebrate AAPI, and I cannot possibly get into all of it here, but I really hope you will go check it out at your library. I hope you will ask around and find out just what an amazing part of our history and our culture the AAPI communities and cultures have been a part of it and contributed. So I have some older novels now. I'm going to show you a couple of these. So we have The Serpent's Secret. Lupe Wong Won't Dance. Let's see. Oh, Stargazing. You will see the bookmark popping out of this one. I almost couldn't get it out of my daughter's hand. She was super, super into this one. All right, so I'll give you another blurb so that you know a little bit about some of these books. Moon is everything Christine isn't. She's confident, impulsive, artistic, and they both live in the same Chinese American community. Moon is somehow unlike anyone Christine has ever known. When Moon's family moves in next door to Christine, Moon goes from unlikely friend to best friend. And it goes on to more, but I don't want to give more of it away. So let's see what else I have here. Oh, some of you may recognize this gentleman. This is some nonfiction that we've got here. I love these little books with all the different people that we like to learn about in our history. So, of course, Gandhi. All right. We have The Magical Monkey King, Mischief in Heaven. Sorry for the glare, I'm trying to shift. Right. All right, one more for right now, and then I'm going to share some other cool things with you. All right, Astrid and Apollo. And this is a whole series. There's a whole bunch of these. Awesome. So if there's any of these that you've read before and you would like to tell us what you thought of them, please go ahead and check in the comments. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to read them all. So if you head out to your library, make sure that you chat with your librarian about what would be a good reading level for you, what would also be good content that you're most interested in or most excited about learning about, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. And if you go checking out any of these online or anything, of course, I always want to mention internet safety. Please make sure that you have parental permission and that you are checking out only the sites that you are allowed to when it comes to searching for these books or any other books or anything on the interwebs, just so that we are all staying safe and learning what we want to be learning and, from good sources. So make sure that you are keeping an eye on your internet safety habits as well. So as we start to come towards the end of our evening, I want to make sure that you have some fun things to do when we leave here tonight. I also want to make sure that you have some resources to take you further on your journey to complete your badge or any other thing that you might like to do in reference with celebrating AAPI History Month. We have from our sister council, Girl Scouts of Nassau County, again, another giant shout out to them for cool resources. They put out an activity page. Actually, it is a word search and a word Sudoku, as well as a matching game that we are going to share a link to here in the comments. Now, when you open this link, please know that the answers are there also. So if you want to do this without knowing the answers in advance, maybe ask mom or dad to print it for you and take out those pages until you're done with it. Or if you print it double-sided, they will print on the back side, so you won't see it when you look at the top part. But it gives you some Asian countries to find in the word search, and then you could go see about their cultures, look up books or websites about the different countries that are listed there. And then pardon me, I lost my screen here. The matching is a really great way. This one is all about Asian American and Pacific Islanders who were once Girl Scouts. So you'll learn a little bit about them. It'll give you some really cool names to go research, check out more about. These are people you would definitely be able to find some books about, some websites, and learn more about them and what they are doing or have done, in their careers. Many, many, many cool adventures and jobs that they have done, and just amazing things that they have brought to our world. So I hope you will check out that page. I'm going to go ahead and make sure we have a link here. All right. And that is a PDF, so it should print fairly easy for everybody. It is in color, but if you only have black and white, don't hesitate. You're not going to miss out anything there on all of that. So you can do that. And then, of course, you can always look up all of these great countries and these people online where you'll have vibrant colors to check out, even if you only have a black and white printer. So there's that. And, I realized for some reason, when I share my links, it's sharing as me. You might not realize that's me. So I'm Jess Jolene. But my links are for our Girl Scout thing tonight. So feel free to check those out. And Christine has some links that we will share as well. Or if they get lost in the comments, we can do that. We can share them again so that they are covered. All right, so I have a moment here before I show a couple more books and give you 2 more websites to check out. But I want to check if anybody had any questions. Do you have any recipe questions or resource questions about things you can find, or any just commentary about whether or not you've enjoyed our evening of a recipe and some books, and whether or not you'd like to see this sort of thing again when we do our Facebook Lives in a few months? I just want to say, in case I forget at the end, it has been awesome coming to hang out with you all tonight. I hope that you will discover new recipes, discover new cultures, connect, find ways to learn about them and share about them in your communities, and to take action in ways that we can uplift all of the different cultures that make up our area and make up the amazing, rich history that we and all of the cultures in this world have. So I love, I'm seeing some good comments in the chat. Thank you so much for that. Like I said, I just want to make sure that we had an opportunity to share. And so if you enjoy these sorts of things, we will do more of them. What I said, when we come back, we will be taking a bit of a break from some Facebook Lives here over the summer, but we will be sharing some other recordings that we had done before. So keep an eye on us, keep watch on Girl Scouts of Western PA, both here on our Facebook and on our webpage, for all of the cool things that we've got going on. We have an activities page, we have lots of information, so please don't hesitate to check us out. So I want to give you some awesome resources to keep going with this. And these both come from our GSUSA website. And I am going to go ahead and make sure. Oh, there's the one from River Valleys. Awesome. Thank you, Christine. All right. And I am going to make sure that she has these next couple of links that I'm going to share, just so that it shows up the way that that it's from Girl Scouts. All right. And both of these websites are great for kids, Girl Scouts, and adults alike. So please feel free to check those out with an adult if you like. And let me just give you a little bit of a rundown of each one. One of them is Civic Actions for Girls, or anyone who's joining us. And it gives different age levels of things that you can do to go out and get involved in your community, to learn more, to stand up and really support all of the different voices and cultures and people that surround us. So that is Civic Action for Girl Scouts. That's listed or will be listed in our chat here very shortly. And then the other one is Help Your Kids Take Action Against Racism. We want to make sure that we are standing up and we are working as often and as thoroughly as we can to make sure that everyone is included, supported, uplifted. And so Girl Scouts gives some great resources there to make sure that you know where you can start. We all start where we are. We learn as much as we can, and we just continue doing our best every day to make sure that we have an amazing, inclusive, pardon me, Lussie to the rescue. Pardon me, an amazing, inclusive world wherever we go. So I'm just going to double check that those links have come through okay. Christine is a rock star. She reshared our maps there. We have our different activity page. We have our River Valleys Girl Scout page with some information there. I see them. Awesome, Christine. Huge shout out to you. Thank you so much. Again, giant shout out to our sister councils for sharing these wonderful resources on their websites. Please don't hesitate to check out their sites as well as GSUSA. And please, I hope you'll come back and join us for Facebook Lives whenever you are able. I have had a wonderful evening hanging out with you tonight. Please visit your local librarians, ask them if they will help you find some AAPI books to check out, whatever most interests you, whatever you most would like to learn about the cultures and the people around you. And I hope you will go out and spread joy and inclusion everywhere you can. And I want to thank you for joining me tonight. So have a wonderful evening, and we will see you soon.